Yo, 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 what's going on, my people? It's your girl, Ryder Creator, coming back with another one. So, today, I hope everybody is enjoying their weekend, their time off. Hopefully, so. I wanted to come to you guys today and just pop my stuff about how I feel about spiritual power. Now, this is another episode of God Conversations, but I wanted to get into something because I keep seeing something, and for some reason, it's really annoying me. But I'm not trying to go and start no fights with nobody, but I keep seeing something in which somebody keep trying to say that if you are having spiritual power or your spiritual gifts are giving you information, that this is just your opinion. Girl, bye. No, no, it's not. That's why the title of this is Your Spiritual Powers Are Facts, Not Opinions. And I actually feel like, and I see them doing something about not bullying people, but I actually feel like them trying to inflict that onto people. And people are having spiritual experiences, and you are trying to force them to call them their opinions. I think that is bullying as well. I think you are out of pocket for overstepping your boundaries and trying to tell people what is acceptable or not acceptable to them. So I just wanted to talk about this for a little bit. I wanted to, so this is what it was inspired from. The fact that spiritual powers are facts, not opinions. And I'm just going off of what I know. I'm just going off of, you know, everything that could be spiritual power might not be facts, but the ones in particular, the ones that you literally see with your own eyes, the ones that, or your spiritual eyes, because it's supposed to be a difference, but to me, they come together to be one to me anyway. So, if what I mean by that is, okay, say I'm gonna say in particular, let's just say I was a Pisces. Let's use the Piscean for right now. Let's say I was a Pisces and I had a dream. See, the Pisces spiritual superpower is they have prophetic dreams. If they dream it 99.99999% of the time, it's going to come true. Actually, I would say 100% of the time it's going to come true, but it might not come true exactly the way you saw it, but you got to be ready to understand or interpret this as your dream when it's coming true in front of your face sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't come through exactly the way you saw it in the dream, but if you're spiritually aware enough, you will recognize it when it's happening in front of your face. So let's just say you were a Pisces, right? And you dreamt and you had prophetic dreams, right? So that would mean every one of your dreams means something. Not one of your dreams is just a dream because this is your spiritual superpower. Okay? So if you did not now, a person that is just ignorant of their spiritual power, because everybody has spiritual powers. A person that's just plain ignorant of their spiritual power would say that that's just their opinion. The dream was just a dream. They just had a dream that was a dream. But a person with the spiritual knowledge and awareness to know that this is your spiritual superpower, being a Pisces, okay? This is your superpower in itself. If you ignore that, then you will be essentially turning your back on something that you could have either warned someone, warned a group of people, warned the world that was about to happen. That because of the sense that you have prophetic dreams, which are translate to facts, just it didn't happen yet. but it will be facts. Would I be crazy to say, oh, that's just an opinion? Let me turn my head from that, and that's just an opinion. That's how I feel about stuff like that. When you literally see something that happens, I feel like that is facts. And when you all right, so let's just say you had a vision as well. I feel like these things, whenever I've had a visions, or clairvoyance, which is the ability to see beyond the physical realm, the physical earthly realm, and the ability to see into the spiritual realm or into the spirit of people. Um, Whenever I have literally seen something, it did not come from me. So if I had visions or I had dreams, all the dreams that I came on this channel and told you people about, I didn't know these people. For example, I don't know if this is the last dream, but I'm going to say it's the last dream that I can think about right now, just offhand right now. With Elijah, little 3-year-old Elijah Vu, when I seen that baby in my mirror, like he was standing in my mirror, like I would stand in my own mirror. He was standing in my mirror and swaying side to side, drinking his juice box, and he said a phrase out his mouth, which that was why he came. He didn't understand. Let me say this. That baby came to me. Most of the spiritual experiences and cases that I choose to deal with and stuff like that, I'm going to say 98.5% of those cases, they actually come to me. I don't go out looking for them. They come to me because in heaven, it must be something that lets them know that, well, it is something, but I don't want to get too deep and get too ahead of myself and confuse y'all. But it is something in heaven or in the light that they makes them aware of who is really able to receive their spiritual messages if they choose to communicate messages to people. And minds must be very noticeable for them to be aware that I can receive these messages. That's just what it is. So yeah, I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Uh Maybe on another um piece I'll get into that. But I don't want to, but like I said, so this baby came to me. This baby selected me to communicate his message to. He was not sure. He's only 3. He was not sure exactly what was the reason that this happened to him at the hands of this and at the negligence of his mother. I don't even know if he knows that. God, please shield his ears if he can. Don't let him hear that. Because I don't know if he knows that. And I don't want to make him a hater of his own mother. I don't want to be a part of that. If he chooses to have a bad feeling towards his mother, then he can choose to have a bad feeling towards his mother. I know I have a bad feeling towards his mother because she sacrificed her child and put him in the arms of a serial killer, in my opinion. And I think that that's going to be exposed. I don't know. I really highly think that that is going to be exposed because when I woke up and tried to get clarity about what was said. So anyway, let's just go back to Elijah. When he came to me, that baby came to me to tell me what has happened to him, all that he knows of what has happened to him. He did not know what he done wrong. He just replayed what happened before the crime happened to him. So he was in my mirror, swaying side to side, drinking a little juice box. He only 3 years old, drinking a little juice box. I see him clear as day, like you would see a person standing in front of you. That's how I seen him in my dream, but it was like I was awake in a dream. It's so wild. Like it was like I was a onlooker in my own room with this baby standing there. It's so hard to describe, but he came there to tell me what exactly happened right before he left this physical earth. Okay. And from that, from what he said to me, he said one phrase or one sentence, but that one sentence, how he said it, what was behind it, what do I believe was behind it, and what do I believe? And I knew from that one sentence that it was something that was repeated. A 3-year-old would not know this type of vocabulary at 3 years old. So this was something that he repeated that was said in front of him and he repeated. So that also told me, okay, well, that is probably what happened, that he repeated something in front of this man and this man snapped because he repeated this. So then that gave me something to go off of. When I woke up, I was trying to figure out what exactly happened to him and why did it happen to him. Then I had a little help from the ancestors that told me that this baby, well, I didn't know it was him. I thought I was looking for a little girl that was from Wisconsin, but they told me Wisconsin. So when I looked up Wisconsin, I see that they were looking for a missing 3-year-old by the name of Elijah Vu. At first, I did not even look at that because the last dream that I had was about the little girl. So it was two dreams in one. The last dream about the little girl, I thought that the ancestors were telling me that I should go to Wisconsin to look for the little girl. Not literally go to Wisconsin, but look in the Google or whatever information things to see if I find a girl from Wisconsin that went missing. But I kept hearing that it was a boy. Something just told me to go on. I went on to that, and it was Elijah Vu, the baby I seen standing in my mirror, rocking from side to side with his juice box and saying this sentence that he said. And I'm like, oh, it damn near took my breath away. Like when stuff like that happen, it ain't no way that's an opinion. So let me just be the first to say that is no way that's an opinion. This is your spiritual power. And that did not come from me. That came from the heavens, that came from God, that came from the ancestors, and in some cases, that came from the victims. And it came from Elijah. Elijah decided to come see me. I did not go send for him. I didn't even know about him. But he came to me. I don't know what made him come to me, but I feel a great deal of responsibility or a great sense of responsibility for him. And I don't know how I'm going to find this baby. I keep getting the feeling that we will not. And every time I go to look at stuff to see if they have found him, I just keep getting the feeling that we will not find him because of I just feel like the ancestors are telling me he's unable to be found because of whatever was done to him. And I'm just going to leave it like that. I don't want to make this a gruesome thing. I don't want to complicate it. I pray this baby is going to be found. But either way, Elijah is doing better than he was on earth. He's no longer in danger or harm. At at the responsibility of his mother. His mother was the person that was placing him in harm's way by putting him with if I'm not mistaken, a convicted sex offender. And it might be a child sex offender. It might be. So, and this person, so from the dream and the questions I was asking to gain clarity from the dream of baby Elijah, I I remember I had got the sense that this man was a serial Kille. Now this has not been divulged yet. This is my opinion. This is what I believe is going on. So um from what I saw in the dream and what I came together with and trying to gain clarity, I had believed that Elijah repeated something he saw in this man's company. Now, for people that don't know about baby Elijah's case, his mother sent him to be with this man. I think she used to deal with this man before. Let me ask that. Did she used to deal with this man before? Yeah. Okay. So, um, she his mother sent him to live or stay with this man for about 2 to 3 weeks. I remember it was like he was gone on the 11th or the 12th. I was supposed to come back on the 22nd. So she sent him to stay with this man for 10 days. For what? I don't know. But she claims that Elijah was a behavioral problem and she sent him to this man so that he could straighten Elijah out from being a behavioral problem. And this man is a convicted CHILD I believe, offender. Everything I say is allegedly. I meant to I thought my banner was up here. Let me put this banner back up here. So Elijah, that's where she sent him at. This man later on is found with more photos of other children that he treated the way he treated Elijah. When I was reading about what happened to Elijah, I was reading stuff about he was giving Elijah ice baths to punish him and all this stuff. It was crazy. It was something that a child should never have to go through, and let alone a 3-year-old child. How could they ever know that that was wrong? Everything that I say is allegedly. You see that at the bottom of my screen, but also I just had to put the Fair Use Act and the reasons of what I'm saying these things and what this can be used for. So But to think that this man is doing these type of things to children, and to think that this mother willingly sent her child to that, it made me believe that she is an addict, and that, can you say addict? Yeah, that she is an addict and that she traded her child, if you ask me, that she sold him to him. For what? I have no idea. But the story that they're telling the cops is that that he was a behavior problem. But one thing I can tell you for certain, that baby that was in my mirror was not a behavioral problem. That baby was very calm for a child, especially a boy. Boys want to jump around, run wild. That's who they are. He was not like that. All he was doing was like rocking from side to side with his juice box, and he was good. Like, I almost believe that the reason why he was doing that is to show me that was his idea of, I guess, bliss for a 3-year-old boy in his earthly time. When you seen him, you seen his juice box, and that's all he need, and he good. And that's what I believe that was shown to me for. So this boy in no way, shape, or form was not a child a behavioral problem. So that's a lie. So, but anyway, like I was trying to explain, these type of things, these do not come from me. I had no idea who little Elijah Vu was. Now I call him my son. I don't give a damn what nobody think about it. I call him my son. So anyway, and what I remembered about him, the thing that stood out the most in the dream was that his hair was so bright. So I swear the light was shining down on him. It looked as if the sun was shining in my house, in my room, down on him. But I believe it was because he was from the light. And it was shining so bright on him that his hair looked like it was like electrified, golden, like the sun. Like it looked like, I don't know, like it was in the sun, like the sun was directly shining on it. It's hard to explain, but that's how light the light would look. And um that's what I took from it. That it was telling me that Elijah came from the light and that he was trying to tell me something. And I just remember how bright his hair was. But I also remember the weird side style that his hair was cut in, which is similar to the third picture that everybody shows of Elijah in that three picture flyer. Is similar to the sides of the third picture, but he had a little more hair than that. So, yeah, I just wanted to say that because I'm not sure if I said that before when I was talking about Elijah. I am going to do another piece on Elijah. Um, I don't know how long from now that will be, but I said all that to say that that information did not come from me. That information came from Elijah, from God, from the ancestors, from some. I feel like Elijah directly because he is who I saw. Why would I have seen him if it didn't come from him? And I think he did a great, 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 great job for 3 years old. Okay. Yes, my baby did that. And but he got a long road of healing to go. Like it's going to be a long time before Elijah trusts another man. And my biggest blame, even though I blame that man, my biggest blame lies with that mother. Because how could you give your child to someone who probably abused you, girl? And so you knew what he was capable of. I believe that he was a serial K in her household. I believe that he was doing stuff to people in her basement or her household before he moved to this apartment in which she brought this man, brought Elijah to this man. Like, I believe he been this monster and she been knew he was that monster and she did nothing to protect her son from that monster. If anything, she gave him willingly to this monster. You knew what this man was capable of. Why would you turn your baby over to him? So, yeah. So, like I said, that information did not come from me. I believe it came from divine places, including Mr. Elijah himself. And he did a great job. My baby did that. So, anyway, also, like, okay, when you see things like in a clairvoyant type of way, if you have visions or you have dreams, that means something. For instance, all my dreams, I do not know why just me, because I just asked, was it everybody? Does everybody's dreams mean something? Um, they said not all of everybody's dreams mean something. Just all of my dreams and all of a Piscean's dreams mean something. I don't understand that, but It does. So, when you see something with your eyes or your spiritual eyes in a dream, in a vision, or by clairvoyance, believe that is facts. That is facts all the way around. Don't let the world and the world's ignorance to your divine power, don't let them change your mind about that being the truth of what you were shown, because it didn't come from you. It was shown to you. It was sent to you by angels, by God, by the ancestors, or sometimes in some cases by victims that want you to know their story. Okay? By, let's just say, by spirits who were victims of a crime of some sort and want you to know their story. So, the message of the day is trust your intuition, trust your instincts. Oh, also, I want to talk about I want to talk about your gut instincts as well. Your gut instincts are also something that should not be ignored. This is facts as well. And I don't know if people have ever tried to ignore their gut instincts, but if you have tried to ignore your gut instincts, you will be sorry that you did. Um so in a lot of police or law enforcement type of situations, uh, they have to listen to their gut instincts a lot, because sometimes they don't have enough evidence to go and do this or go in here or get a warrant or this or that, you know? So they have to pay attention to their gut instincts to help them solve cases, because they don't have enough to do it through the legal system. Now, if they didn't listen to these gut instincts, there'd be a lot less cases solved. A lot of times, investigators and cops are great at using those. They just don't recognize them for what it is. And those gut instincts are your spiritual power, whether you know it or not. Um, that's like gut intuition. Is something, it's a gut feeling about a situation. And when your gut tells you something, I say 99.99999% of the time, it is not wrong. It is absolutely right. Okay? So, um, is there anything else that I need to share here? I think, um, so I think I've covered anything. Is there anything that I forgot? No. Okay. So that's my message of today. Thank you for the people that pulled up, no matter how short of a time it was, no matter how long of a time it was. Your presence was appreciated. I hope you actually come back and listen to the whole thing so you can understand who you are. See, I believe we were all born with divine gifts. And we spend entirely too much time ignoring those gifts, or being guilt tripped into thinking those gifts are sinful, when God gave us these gifts. How could they be sinful when they were given to us by God? Or too busy being brainwashed into thinking that something has to be mentally wrong with us whenever we experience our gifts or experience our spiritual powers or experience the ancestors talking to us, which is called clairaudience. Um, I just want us to trust our spiritual power, to know that God put this within us and God trusted us with this so that we can do our part into changing this world, into helping these people along this thing called life. That's what we're all here to do, to unify and help each other through life, period. The sooner we'll figure that out, the better off we'll be. And I'm going to leave with the same thing I started with by saying your spiritual powers are facts, not opinions. And that's what I'm gonna leave with. Thank you for the people that stopped by. I appreciate your presence. If you would like to contribute to the channel, donations, all donations are appreciated, no matter how big, no matter how small. Um, the Cash App is scrolling across the bottom if you wish to give. If you wish to contact me for any reason, or if you wish to book a reading, because I also do readings, I do divining rod readings, which helps you to connect with God and the ancestors, get answers to questions, um, create a connection with you and your ancestors, get clarity on things that you would not otherwise get answers to. um Also, I do oracle card readings. That's for the people that like the cards. I do oracle card readings. Also, I do astrology readings, numerology readings, um and name readings. So, if you're interested in booking a reading with me, they're very affordable and very accurate. Hit me up on my email is listed in the description box. I will be seeing you there if you're interested. Thank you everybody who stopped by. Once again, last but not least, I love y'all. Your presence was appreciated. Mwah. Peace.